Hello. What up, everybody?
How you all doing?
All right, we should be live. We all should be live. And if
we
you
are
all
live.
Can hear me, good to go. What is the point of even going through all the bullshit and introductions when it's like it's the you know what everybody want to talk about, right?
So, what do y'all want to talk about?
Good evening, everybody. We are, I think we're all in a state of utter shock right now at what happened here at the end of the Survivor Series this evening. Just real quick, this is the Dirt Sheet Radio Rewind for Survivor Series 2023. I know that we all want to get into this discussion, but let's just hop around real quick. Just everybody say who you are, and then we're going to get into this because it's we're shocked. We're shocked. I'm Tyler, the pro wrestling hipster. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass it on. Let's just introduce ourselves and get into this, guys.
I'll go first. Carolina's favorite fat boy, DJ Danny Ocean, at the Danny Ocean Show on all social media. CM fucking Punk, people.
My name is Matt. I guess for the Dirt Sheet Radio, I'll be the corny reviewer representing Cult of Cornette. I am going to be the heel in this group. I also do anime podcasting. I talk about wrestling. I love wrestling. And holy shit, this happened as soon as I was about to hit the power button, turn off the TV to come up here. Before I clicked it, I hear the music like, well, now I got to watch.
I actually have a little bit of breaking news on the CM Punk front. Somebody's got some audio going on in the background of press conference. We should probably kill that before we get copywritten.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, a little bit of breaking news.
Doing it with headphones and it can work.
So, according to Fightful, who's a little bit in the mud right now after a week of basically trying to temper expectations, CM Punk told at least one person close to him this week that he had an hour-long conversation with Triple H. WWE staff, reps, creative had no idea that this was going to happen.
It was Dax Harwood.
They legitimately thought that the show was over. People that worked for the company thought the show was over. They were worked by Triple H and CM Punk.
That's crazy.
Triple H took over calling the show like in the last minute. He took the show from whoever was directing, called for the logo to close, and then sent CM Punk out there.
Genius.
Wow.
Genius.
They made you think the show was over, and then bam.
That was perfect.
That's that old school NXT, baby.
You got me, Trip. You got me.
Yeah, it was like when Kevin turned Sammy during the credits, like bam.
The way they fucked up the Randy Orton reveal Monday night on Raw, this was redemption.
That was the thing. They kind of had to do that because if they didn't do that now, they would have expected Punk.
Right.
Yeah, So now it worked. Basically, they weren't going to have Orton in a cage for 20 minutes. No, just wait till.
Yeah.
So that was a perfect reveal. That was like you said, like same thing you said. I was literally in here. I was like, all right, let me get ready for the show. Getting ready to turn the TV off, and then I heard the culture personality hit. I'm like,
I just heard that, like, oh
right.
Shit.
That was crazy.
CJ and I were talking during the that last segment there when that happened, and CJ, this puts you into a particular little predicament now.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to a certain Texan about a hat that I got to figure out how to work into my diet.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Let's take a look at that new CM Punk merch real fast.
Wow.
It was very fast.
Not wasting any time.
That's record.
The only Triple H knew, and the one design guy in the room was like, I'm going to draw the shirt while they're talking.
Jeez.
Is that the old? Yeah, it is the old WWE logo. I mean, for sure. I mean, for some of y'all, I know that this is like a victory for some people, considering the big hoopla over CM Punk and AEW, right, and him coming back to WWE is like a big ass like a W. Like, how many of you guys here feel that way? So we can get that perspective. If there's anybody,
I'll be honest. Like, I mean, he's obviously a draw, and a big name. But I'm not a big CM Punk guy. If they want to give him another shot, we'll see what happens. He may or may not be the toxic person in all this, and time's going to tell in WWE with him being back. Can Triple H keep him in check? Does Triple H think he can keep him in check, keep him from, lashing out? Was there just stuff at AEW that just made him so unhappy he wanted out so quickly? But I mean, it's hard to say if this is a win for them or not right now.
None of us knows what actually happened. All we know is that everyone involved is to blame. No matter who started, who finished it, everyone acted poorly. But now there's a chance to find out, is this actually him or it's something that happened on the other side?
Right.
So
Sorry, go ahead. At the very least, I think.
I'm sorry. A few more details. These details are coming as we talk. They're just dropping.
We're giving it to you live, pal.
Yeah, we're getting it right to you. So the earlier report from Fightful, was that nobody in the company knew, and now Mike Johnson from PW Insider reports that once the ice was broken between CM Punk and the WWE, the deal came together extremely quickly. It's being seen on WWE side as a new beginning. Based on what was inferred, the two sides came to terms today. They signed that contract today. So that's how fast they put that together. Now I have to question with this details. Did they plan on bringing CM Punk back, or were they put into a situation where they had no choice but to bring CM Punk back or ruin their own show?
I mean, I don't think it would have been a big of a deal. I mean, that would have been fine without him coming back.
Exists.
Say again?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What was that, Cody? CJ? Oh, he's got a little delay.
I wasn't too sure if. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, but it's delayed by a little bit. We'll just give you a second and you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. So shoot. Sorry. What was your prompt?
Did WWE get forced into bringing CM Punk back tonight?
Oh yeah, I don't think there's a situation that WWE can face where it's like any situation is CM Punk is the solution. I think the company itself has no need for CM Punk. It's outgrown CM Punk. I think he kind of needed to close this chapter on his career. So I don't see this as the company needs CM Punk. No, Punk needs this for sure. And I think if this is going to be something that shuts out a lot of that toxic negativity that he's holding on to, then I think that's going to be a good thing for him.
Despite how we feel about him personally, it's just hard to deny that he is a draw. He does get fans to react, and how he tells his stories in the ring. Let's not forget, he had amazing matches in AEW. Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, MJF. Had a good match with Hangman, Mox. He mixes old school with modern, and that's something I'm not saying to insult people. That's something that we don't get a lot of in this environment, especially when it comes to psychology of wrestling. Because to me, Randy Orton is the only one that has it left, and I fucking love Randy Orton. And this is a way to end on better terms. It's a new era. There's no Vince. Triple H is a smart guy. I'm sure, if he did not feel like he would keep him in check, he would not sign him.
Yeah.
So there is still money to be had there. And we'll probably get him and Seth Rollins WrestleMania. So
the big thing here, the big difference here between Punk in WWE and Punk in AEW is Punk in AEW was given a long leash to do what he wants.
Right, exactly.
WWE ain't giving him that. WWE ain't giving him that at all. He will be on a short ass leash. He will perform the way they ask him to perform, and it's gonna be the best version of CM Punk that you've seen in years. And they're gonna be like, "Well, do you see the difference?" And it's like, "Yeah, I see the difference. Some people need to be controlled."
Some people have.
I was gonna say, Daniel. So I know he wanted to say something earlier, and he got cut off. I wanted to give him an opportunity to speak upon this CM Punk situation.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say I don't think WWE was forced into it, and I don't look at it as a. I mean, it's a win for WWE. It would be a win for any wrestling promotion, to be honest with you, to have CM Punk. But it's not a win for WWE over AEW. You know what I mean? Punk coming back again. He's a draw. That's undeniable. Is he toxic? Does he have some drama following him around wherever he goes? I mean, yeah. I mean, that's Punk.
That's the business.
But he's gonna put asses in seats. He's gonna. I mean, tickets are selling right now more so than they ever have been anyway. But now they can raise their price a little bit. You know what I mean? They can a few more merch sales on the table. I mean, it makes sense for CM Punk to come back to WWE because, for one, let's be honest, probably the most money he was going to get from another company.
It is, in fact, a multi-year deal.
Multi-year.
Right. It's coming in as we talk.
Wow.
So he's without a doubt looking to probably spend the rest of his career with WWE then.
Oh yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, like you're ending at the biggest company. You ain't gonna go back down after this. Like,
well, and I mean, let's be fair. He's burned about as many bridges as Low Key at this point.
I think.
Well, TNA could take him, but
I don't think that
I've heard good things about this OVW on Netflix.
yeah. They'll pay him with the one Netflix check they got.
Right.
The thing about Punk is that there was nowhere else to go. There was literally nowhere else to go. If this WWE thing didn't work out, retirement was the other option. Retirement or accept pennies compared to what you're worth, right?
Right.
Look at this. We got people that don't understand anything in the comments. This is actually a page admin. How dare you? It's seriously, where else was there to go from it? Like if you honestly believe this, what Raw is saying on the bottom, then I think that you're a little bit blinded in your fandom. And I get that. Man, it's passion. Wrestling is passionate. Yeah. But when CM Punk returned to wrestling, it was not to come here. Don't lie to yourself. This is a second choice. I have somebody. I have a person who doesn't think that we are excited enough for CM Punk to come back. And
I am, but
he's gonna come in here and he wants to debate me personally on live Facebook over the CM Punk thing. I don't know how this is gonna go, so I'm gonna let you guys take the CM Punk thing for a little bit and see what happens. I will return.
Wait, he's coming in now?
He's coming in a few minutes. I don't know. It might be a mistake because he's a little hot and he's a little excited and he is a hometown and Punk is his hometown hero. So,
look, I'm not saying I'm not excited. I'm just shocked right now. This is still shock setting in.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real. Like we want.
I've been saying all day.
I woke up the people in the hotel next to me because I fucking yelled.
I've been saying all day that CM Punk's the dad that went out for smokes. He ain't coming back. But I was wrong, and I'm just shocked. It's still shock setting in. Like, I didn't think I'd see him back on WWE television. I honestly did not. But it's wrestling. We got to never say never in this industry.
Also, bye Ryback. You're retired. Thank God.
Fare thee well, Ryback.
Yes, you retired. You retired.
That motherfucker was retired for years. He's fucking shitting.
He's not retired from being a fucking moron. Yeah, I don't think. Share this to him. Share this to him.
I don't think
he had
two
independent, two individual Twitter polls telling him to retire, and then he's like, "All right, well, I'll leave it up to CM Punk returning." This is now nature itself telling you to retire. Like the universe is saying retire. You can't fight it at this point.
He hasn't wrestled since 2016.
He threw his light up against the wall so hard when he heard that music hit. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna go ahead.
So apparently the CM Punk deal is 3 years.
3 years. Also, a quote
according to PW Insider.
A quote from Triple H right now on CM Punk. If you were the same guy who you were 10 years ago, you messed up. Everybody grows. Oh boy. I gotta hit. That's an interesting quote because that implies growth. And I feel like that's a lot of growth to happen in just a couple of months. Like, was Triple H paying attention?
I hope, is someone going to kick down his locker room door on Monday Night Raw?
Is CM Punk going to go into WWE Survivor Series press conference and invite people to his locker room, then act shocked when they come? Is a better question.
That would actually be hilarious. That would be a great troll to AEW, honestly.
Judgment Day's going to kick down the locker roroom.
And his dog's going to bite Ace Steel.
Yep.
I genuinely, I want to let it all out, man. If you really forget all this political garbage. Like, we don't have no reason not to be biased in the world. If you are excited as fuck because CM Punk just returned to WWE, fuck, let him know, man. Fuck that.
Oh no, like I said, I'm very happy, and it's a restart. We're basically it's a fresh start, new environment. Let's see how he actually acts.
I mean, I'll be honest.
There's a lot of potential.
When he went to AEW, I was super excited when he went to AEW. It made me start watching AEW regularly. To be honest with you, but him coming back home, essentially, it's lit. It's lit right now. I'm excited.
We don't know.
He has to say Monday night. You think he's going to be on Raw Monday night? I'm assuming they'll lead with him Monday night.
I think he'll be on Raw.
Because of the Rollins thing.
Yeah.
Especially if Cody's going to eventually go to SmackDown next year. They're going to need a top babyface. And
that's a good point.
To be Punk.
Yeah, do you think there will be any fan backlash against CM Punk? Like, are there groups of people that are just adamantly anti-Punk and will boo him?
Oh, yeah, people thought Cody was a traitor when he went back to WWE. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like, he was a mole for Vince. He's a mole for Triple H. It was a sabotage on the inside.
It's depressed.
It's like calling PW all over again.
That is the face of a man who knows that he is about to be de-strapped.
Wow. All right. Honestly, I see him winning the Rumble to fight Seth at Mania. Early prediction.
Okay with that. I'm so much more happier I got my WrestleMania tickets now.
Nice.
What does this do to LA Knight though? Yeah, he's gonna fight Logan Paul at Mania. He's gonna have a big match against a big top celebrity heel. He'll probably make the US title more meaningful, hopefully.
Yep. I would agree with that completely.
What does a CM Punk WrestleMania match look like right now? What matches are tied? Like, the only match I can think of is the Rollins match, and they seem to be jumping right to that. If that's
like I said, I'm all for that. That's why I predicted him to win the Rumble to fight Rollins.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
All right, let's talk about Rollins.
Or is that a match that they're going to set up as a title match at the Royal Rumble?
I will be there, so that'd be interesting. I think they can have I think that Punk and Rollins match is a great matchup, actually, because Punk, as we saw in his AEW run, he's got a little bit of a gas tank left, and he's a great storyteller. I think if
and Rollins can work with anybody,
and Rollins definitely can work with anybody. I think CM Punk in the WWE is actually a great fit. Like, I think this is gonna be a better fit than AEW was, just because he is. I mean, I'm sorry, and then people are not gonna like this, but he ain't grown. He hasn't grown at all since he was in wrestling 7 years ago. So you can't put him, this kind of person, in that kind of AEW place with the looseness and the fucking boss that's still trying to find his place as a boss of a bunch of wrestlers. He needs to be under the thumb, like PJ's father in the Goofy movie. Under the thumb, Goof. He needs to be under the thumb.
But a quick question. Well, we're talking Seth Rollins versus CM Punk for the title, obviously. Would we even want Punk with the title? Does he need a title?
Does he need a title?
I don't think he needs a title.
I feel like they would do it just temporarily. Maybe Punk versus Gunther. Gunther gets the belt off Punk. Gunther being a big name to get the World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't know if First of all, I want to see Gunther with the title. Like that's guaranteed. I need to see Gunther with that big gold belt.
I think he definitely will in 2024.
Yeah.
I think getting the belt off of Rollins before putting him in a program with Punk is the move, because otherwise the fans will just want Punk to take the belt. Like that's just gonna be the thing you've conditioned him to want. And he shouldn't be coming into this company taking titles off people. Like I didn't want him to win the title in AEW. I thought that was fucking dumb. I thought pinning Hangman was fucking dumb after making the Hangman the main character of the company for 3 years and then pinning him and losing the title. Stupid move. If they came and did that in WWE, that'd be like, we're making mistakes again. I'm excited to see CM Punk in the WWE, admittedly. I am. It's just a new environment, and hopefully this will be the Punk run that we thought we were going to get in AEW.
Right.
As long as he stays physically healthy. I mean, he had a very limited run, and in that very limited run, he had 2 significant injuries. It's hard to imagine, 1, what he's trying to do, and 2, if he's even going to be able to do it.
I'm gonna do one last thing because I've been holding back and I haven't really I've spoken objectively about this situation, but I haven't really spoken about how I feel personally. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and add this and add my friend here, and I will let him bring that out of me here live in front of everybody. Are you in there? Are we just 2 stupid circles talking to each other in a screen full of gentlemen who went through all the trouble to set their camera up?
Well, first of all, yeah, right. I mean, geez, I set my camera up and then I looked at my background and I was like, oh, this is not going to work. So maybe next time. I couldn't even get a profile picture set up. So anyway, John, how are you dealing with this?
I am. First of all, my history with Punk, I loved Punk, and then he shunned me at a meet and greet, and I hated Punk. Then he came back to AEW, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it to the side, man. I really like this company. I think he'll be a big deal for AEW. And I was like, all right, I'll put that hatred away. Because, I mean, I take shit personal, man. When
There's a lot of hate in your heart, man. I'm feeling it.
I hold grudges, brother. I hold grudges for years, man. I love it. It actually fuels me. So to let go of that hatred for Punk was actually a big deal for me because I didn't want to. That's like emptying out the gas tank. Like I needed that.
Man, I haven't seen you cope this hard in my entire time of knowing you. Like the entire time of knowing you, I've never seen you cope this hard. What's going on?
I'm just saying, man. This motherfucker. I went through all that emotional shit. This guy doesn't even know me. He doesn't know me from a hole in the fucking wall. He doesn't know I have all these emotions. I went through all this shit, up, down, and this motherfucker comes to the company that I really enjoy, and I was like, you know what? All right, fine. Then he fucks it up. No, he doesn't just fuck it up for himself. Then he fucks the company up and walks away. So yeah, a little bit of me is like, well, fuck you. Like he just walks into WWE like he didn't say go suck a blood-covered dick in Saudi Arabia to The Miz, or like he didn't shit on WWE, or like he didn't shit on them when they left Sasha, or like he didn't say that the company was changed. Then he said all that shit when they were like, oh, Triple H is in charge now. He was like, oh, nothing's different. It's all the same. It's a different person in charge, but it's all the same. Well, what the fuck happened? You ain't had nowhere else to go, so now look where he's at. So a part of me is gonna laugh at that for the rest of my life. I will laugh at that picture.
I feel like that laugh is like you laughing through the pain right now.
I'm old pain. I had this pain when the press conference finished. Like, I can't believe I let this motherfucker do this to me again. Like,
and I took that personally.
And I took that.
You're like in this abusive relationship with CM Punk.
It is abusive, but you know what he's doing? It ain't me, man. It ain't just me, man. This motherfucker done abused his whole fan base. Some of y'all still don't see it. Some of y'all still are in the Stockholm of it all. You know, like, I'm just going to say that shit. Like,
I mean, he didn't do shit to me, but be entertaining. At the end of the day, all that personal shit he got going on is none of my business.
You would think until it fucks the show that I watch every week. Like, it's none of my business until I turn on a press conference and the motherfucker shitting on the world title, the people who work there, the management.
While eating the muffins.
While eating muffins. And honestly, Tony should have shut him down as soon as he started ranting like that.
Tony should have slapped him.
No,
Tony should have slapped him across the
no,
face.
no, Tony should have said
Like John
hey,
Stossel got hit. Like you wanted to
Look,
John Stossel
all
the
he
guy.
had to do was Punk, focus on the match. We'll talk about this later. That's it. Like that's all he had to say instead of just smiling and
Just
looking
sit
away and
like
nervous
like
laugh.
you're about to get hit by a semi truck.
I'm just saying.
When he left, he should have followed him. Like, all right, Jericho, take over. I gotta go talk to Punk real quick.
I know you from the Chicago area. I won't expose you like that. There's a big area, but
don't do all that.
somewhere.
Man. Make sure
it's a big area. There's a lot of different places, but I would like to hear your perspective on this. You this guy, and none of the fucking because this is like reverse cope when all of a sudden the things don't matter anymore. There is a point where CM Punk basically got all his fans all fucking horny for more CM Punk shit. And then fucking fucked it and left you all with blue balls. That's the truth, man. That's just the truth.
Hey, yo.
Chicago Blue Balls. CM
I
Punk.
just want to know, are you excited because of that? Were you like,
Yes. Yes, I don't care about the details. You keep trying to bring up old shit, man. We here in the now. God damn it, he's still here. That's it. When you came back to AEW, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was stoked. I was there. I was live, bro. I got a fucking ice cream bar. It was amazing. It was one of the best fucking wrestling experiences I've ever had. But at the end of the day, some shit happened. We're not gonna get into the details. Somebody got kicked in the face. His dog got kicked. Somebody got hit with a chair. I don't fucking know. I don't really.
Somebody got bit.
Nobody really knows.
Yeah, somebody got bit by a rabid man. You know, that's not really my business. You know, at the end of the day, I'm here because he's here. All right, that's it. And I told you before that my top two guys back in the day, like a decade plus ago, were CM Punk and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. And you know, to see them both still going, I'm ecstatic. I don't give a fuck where they are at all. I'm happy they're still going. Period.
I did say WWE is a good place for the man. Like it's a better place for the man. I feel that way. I genuinely feel that way because the motherfucker went and fucked up.
Yeah, but you was coping before that because you was sitting there. I'm gonna laugh either way, nigga. I'm sorry, but you was mad, bro. You was definitely a little mad. I know cope when I see it. That's all I'm saying.
I just think it's corny, man. You know what?
I'm the corny one here.
I just think you watch this man walk onto your screen with his tail in between his legs, in his hand, waving it for all of you to see on TV, and that gave me a moment of joy. So I felt that. I felt that.
Return. That's what I saw. It's a glorious return to form.
I don't know what form, like what. Look at this picture of CM Punk and Triple H. This is ridiculous.
I've already shared it.
Did you? I mean, let me throw it in here. Oh yeah, they did the point. You know they did the point picture.
Oh Lord, he did.
Oh,
no way.
A cold day in hell, he said.
Can we get that up?
I'm gonna get that up right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That makes it
Look at this man.
Oh my God.
Official. There it is.
That's wild.
Bro.
Oh my God. All right,
Bro.
that's funny.
This, come on, man. You can't tell me that shit ain't funny after all these fucking years, man. This picture right here is. I'm gonna put this in my wallet.
So fucking.
I'm gonna put this in my wallet, bro.
His motivational picture.
Oh man.
Punk and Cody both were talking cash shit about WWE.
Cody at least when he went back, he at least was red faced about it, but he didn't hide from it. Well, I'm gonna have to rebuild the throne.
And now look at him. He's the biggest babyface right now.
Yeah, he broke a throne on national TV, throwing shots at his former employer. Then you got to come back and ask for an application. Come on, man.
That just says that Trips is willing to do business.
Bingo.
Yep.
That's why Triple H is the GOAT.
Business over feelings. That's
so is Punk. So is Punk. If only his peers felt the same, you know.
Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit,
so different, bro.
Hey, his peers weren't legally permitted to discuss that situation.
That motherfucker waited. Look, he waited 3 months to say something to Hangman. He waited till Hangman wasn't 50 feet near, and Hangman would have slapped the shit out of him.
Hangman ain't slapping. All right. We gonna leave the personal out of it, man.
Slap the shit out of that man. No, but real shit. PW Insider reported that somebody stormed out of the fucking event, and I can't get their damn article to load. Fuck.
Yo, that's what I was talking
a
about
talent or
earlier.
a fan?
Yeah, talent or fan.
It says a talent. It
Oh,
says WWE star storms out of Survivor Series, and I can't get the goddamn article.
Probably
to
Seth
load.
Rollins.
Probably Seth.
That would actually be
Probably Seth.
hilarious.
It can't be AJ because he's not there.
There's got to be some level of like if that's the plan is for Punk to work with Rollins, I feel like that's something that they would make sure to lock in before they actually bring Punk back.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that at the very least, if he does storm out, that it's all part of the plan.
I imagine that because
Set up.
I was gonna say the report was that Punk had conversations with top stars. So I imagine he spoke to Roman. I imagine he spoke to Seth. I imagine he spoke to people who he personally fucked. You know, like trying to apologize. Miz, I'm sure they've had that, but I think they had that conversation earlier this year when Punk randomly showed up backstage at Raw looking for a job.
Yeah,
Now don't tell me that motherfucker wasn't looking for a job because he found that shit. Because he found that shit.
The thing is, man, and I'm going to be completely objective here. I think you hit it on the nail on the head earlier, where he really gave them no choice. Like he practically went there and made all these amends, and then he generated hype by dropping these hints over time. Even if this was something that was last minute, he wanted to create it to the point where like it was so hype that by the time you get there, you really don't got a fucking choice. So give me the job.
Is there evidence against that right now? I feel like there's more evidence for that.
Yeah.
There's more evidence for the fact that he got himself fired so he could come here. It's not like it's some crazy thing that doesn't happen. Didn't Jeff Hardy just do the same shit a year ago?
Yeah. Did Tony poach Jeff when he walked out?
I'm sure Jeff mid-match decided I don't want to work here anymore and just walked in.
And then he said no to rehab, and now look what happened. He got signed.
Is that DUI? No, man. CM Punk ain't getting no DUI. That's for damn sure.
No,
drink.
You're safe there. Yeah.
Maybe if he put some sort of substance in him, he'd be all right. I'm just saying.
Chill out. I've never been more excited for the destruction of a locker room. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see. You know what?
It's more exciting than the wrestling.
I don't see the locker room. I don't see the WWE locker room acting like that. Because, like I said, like we said by AEW, they're like the Wild West a little bit. And I mean, part of it is why I enjoy the company so much, because it's wrestling. Like, okay, you came up with the angle. We take it to the boss. The boss says yes. He throws some shit in. We do what the fuck we do. But in wrestling the Wild West, people get stabbed in the shower. People fucking get beat up backstage. People get their hair pulled out in the bathroom. This is how wrestling was.
This is tame compared to the territory days.
Exactly.
It was just crazy that they didn't have none of those. They didn't have many of those issues before he showed up. But
I mean,
it ain't going.
Get Bill Watts. He'll blow him to the side, beat the shit out of it. All right, now guys, calm down.
It ain't gonna be that way in WWE. I believe that 100%. Like, there's no world where that happens in WWE. First of all, their security guards are larger. No, seriously. How do you guys feel? Like, I'm talking too much here.
The corporate structure of WWE, I think, will, in all likelihood, keep Punk in check. He's the kind of guy that's got a lot of great ideas, but he also has to be told no sometimes. And I don't think Tony was the type of guy to tell him no.
Mm-hmm. I think a large part of it too now is you talk about the corporate structure of WWE. There's also the corporate structure of TKO. Mm-hmm. If bringing in CM Punk, who had such a monumental success of a career in the UFC, is able to translate into monumental success in the WWE, there's that cross-platform utilization right there. But on a serious note, if they do decide to say, what's good for this company is going to be good for both sides of us by saying, hey, let's bring in Punk, then that does feed the TKO engine and not just WWE.
If you will, baby.
This actually feels like a new era with
That was
WWE.
good.
Despite how we feel about the company, it's hard to deny they have a shit ton of momentum.
I don't know.
They're slowly building stars. Roman Reigns, the biggest box office attraction. He is that guy, despite how we feel about the book of the matches. He is that next level. We got the rise of Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, who went through bad booking, and now look at him.
Yeah.
One of the biggest, Rhea Ripley, now CM Punk. Like, we're actually slowly getting actual stars.
And that's my thing about why I like WWE over AEW. AEW, instead of making they made MJF a huge star, obviously, but they like bringing in old WWE guys or old nostalgic guys and making them champion and put them in the forefront when they got all this talent that they can have up there, all the time anyway. But WWE did a good job making stars.
I said they got AEW got Ospreay. They need to leave everybody else alone. Like, you got Ospreay, you won. Leave Ziggler where he's at. He
just overshadowed Edge after getting Will Ospreay.
This is true.
I can't get over this Triple H quote, because where was the growth? When was it the words that he said?
Is that what he said during the press conference?
Yeah, this is his quote immediately after Survivor Series. If you're still the same guy you were 10 years ago, you messed up. Everybody grows. I mean, I hope that was like a present thing. He's not referencing any growth. He's simply telling him you should change as a person.
We will find out.
Yeah.
You should shake Jonathan's hand 13 years ago so he doesn't give you so much shit on his post show. No, fuck.
You should have shook his hand when he beat up Alberto Del Rio.
Oh shit, he got the profile picture going. It's fucking L.
It's fucking L with the drip.
Like that L Tony Khan took watching fucking CM Punk walk into this goddamn arena.
Yo,
we could thank Jack Perry now for this.
Back to back, man, because I'm a huge fan of Jade, man. And when she made that jump, I made an uproar, bro. Like, I was like, you guys can say it all you want. It wasn't a fumble, but to me, in my eyes, it'll always be a goddamn fumble that they let Jade walk. And for this to fucking follow that, oh my god, what a fucking twist of the knife.
The crazy shit is there was no fucking option. Like, what else was Tony Khan to do? I mean, damn, I hate that this is my new cope now. CM Punk got himself fired. He did this. He manipulated this whole situation and won.
I feel like I think that they knew he wasn't happy there after he came back, and I feel like people who were against him, like, we can easily piss him off. We can get him angry. If we get him angry, he can go.
Hey, he may have got himself fired, but before he did that, he made them give him a TV show
for like $50 million.
I'm gonna fuck you hard. I'm gonna leave you with a whole ass TV show built around me, then bounce
and then gone. What
do we do with the show now? Good luck.
He was mentioned by name on Collision tonight.
Yeah,
Malachi Black trying to get fired.
Yes.
Speaking of name drops and whatnot, Michael Cole was cooking on commentary tonight.
Mentioning Chris Jericho.
Like, he brought up Cody doing something big in that area, talking about All In, the first All whatnot. That was dope.
Yeah, he brought up Sting on about Survivor Series, his debut.
Brought up Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Yeah.
Triple H's WWE is the WWE that everybody's been begging for a long time.
Fighting for like over a decade, like at least 15 years, man.
Like he can make current and modern coexist, and he's doing it how it can be done.
He put the focus back. He's got Joshi girls back on the top. He's got luchadors on the pay-per-view doing lucha shit. What the fuck is this?
Had Bailey getting carried through a match. He had Bailey getting carried through a match by Joshi chicks, and I was like, "This is a sight to see."
Was that match?
Yeah, he matched the Triple Tails. Yeah.
Was that all Triple H people in that match? I gotta look back. I think that was all Triple H kids in that women's War Games, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
One of them.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Becky, Shotzi, Bianca, Charlotte.
Wow.
It's kind of like
EO. Yeah.
I mean, remember what he did with NXT, man? Like back on its prime. Remember what he did with that? I mean, this is just a bigger scale, you know?
Yeah.
I said that the pay-per-views feel like big ass takeovers now. It's like 6 matches straight to the point. Only the titles, one
Less
grudge
is
match.
more.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was. I would say that that opening match though was an incredible show opener. Like they set the fucking tone with that match. You know what I mean? I fully expected Shotzi to ruin the match for me. To be completely honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not a Shotzi fan. I thought she was gonna botch something real bad, and like I prayed before that match.
That promo yesterday didn't help, I'm sure.
Oh, that promo helped.
And I had similar criticisms on about her on SmackDown last night because you had the promo from Becky, this calm, reserved champion sort of personality, followed up by Bianca Belair, again, someone who had a sense of authority in the ring. And then you get to Shotzi, who is off the walls insane. And it's just a massive shift in energy that I didn't think worked. Like, it was definitely the odd one out as far as her presentation goes. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a matter of trying to figure out, is this going to lead to a serious push, or is this going to ultimately harm her in the long run?
Well, she plays crazy, and crazy is genuinely hard to play. Like she's just comes off more zany than legitimately off her rocker. Like she needs to study tapes of Sherry Martel, because Sherry Martel could do breakdowns better than anybody else, and she needs to watch her and try to pick some stuff up from that, because like her promos are just a little too scattered. And you're right, it really broke the tone of what they were trying to do. Also, this is an aside, she looks like a gothed up version of Cynthia, Angelica's doll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll never be able to unsee that.
I wish you would have prompted me on that one, because I would have had a meme ready to go. Damn.
That is gold.
Dang.
I would say the match was a clusterfuck, but it was exactly as you expected. I think it was Kyrie that I feel like bossed a little bit more. Like she missed her times quite a bit near the end. And but I did love the pop up where Io pushed her up and she does the insane elbow. That was really cool.
You know what's really cool was that trash can spot.
That
was
absolutely
beauty.
Thing. Yo, those spinning backfish she was doing with the trash can lid, Kyrie was doing, I loved them. It was I don't know what about it. It just got me. I was like, that's like my favorite move tonight.
Was that trash can lid enormous, or is she just small?
I was
Kyrie's rather small.
Both.
She's not Riho small, but she's small.
I thought it was like I felt like they were really honing in on Damage Control as a team. You know, they come out with everyone wearing the Oscar masks.
Awesome,
they all come out
that.
at the same time to the same theme. You know, when War Games officially started, all of Damage Control was on their feet. All the opposing team was on the mat, and it still ended up with Bayley taking the pin. Now, obviously, we've seen the dissension in the last few weeks as far as Bayley's placement in the Judgment Day is concerned. I thought we were going to see the official boot given to Bayley, and her taking the pin in that match gave them plenty of reason and plenty of opportunity, but also the amount of shots that Bayley took for other members of Damage Control in this match.
Also, her breaking the pins of everyone. She made the save for all of them.
She sacrificed herself multiple times. She took hits she took bullets and then got pinned. So they're gonna whip her ass anyway.
In the work.
Yeah.
You know, and like she went into overtime, time and a half, and it really adds fuel to this sort of redemption arc for Bayley. Like Bayley deserves better than Damage Control, quite frankly, with after a performance like that.
Just a quick update on that thing I said about a superstar walking out. It was, in fact, Seth Rollins. It's a work. It's a great video on Twitter. I don't know if I can bring that up because it might.
We will watch it later.
But it's him. It's him in the front of the War Games screaming, "Fuck you, fuck you." He's throwing up middle fingers at Punk, double fingers. Fuck you. He wants to fight. Security's holding him back, and then he storms out through the side.
Was he really saying "fuck you"?
Yeah, he was.
This is
Awesome. Fuck you. You're cool. I'm out.
Fuck you. Yeah, he's going crazy.
Update: Ryback pulled back on his retirement. He now said if he returns, if he returns to AEW.
Oh my god,
that's called moving the goalpost.
Like I said, the motherfucker's fight. He's retired already.
I just want to slap the shit out of him.
I do wonder if I could bring that video up, though. It's not like a copywritten video; it's a fan video.
Oh well.
I will try, but you guys, while I bring that up, we had the Gunther versus
also
Midge
before
match.
that someone said we should bring up R-Truth, but yeah,
biggest return of the night,
and I also enjoy Pretty Deadly. But I can't help but laugh. Like they're those arrogant heels who just want to slap the shit out of
a Ruffles commercial.
Yeah, it was a Ruffles commercial.
Shout out to R-Truth for just never aging, though.
No,
he's a
man.
mortal,
He's a vampire.
God, the man is
he's a vampire.
wonderful.
Whatever, like he and Billy Gunn are doing to stay young, like we all need to know.
But no, like I missed R-Truth, and I'm glad we had Akira Tozawa who was kind of filling that comedy void because Akira Tozawa was great on comedy, especially when he was in Dragon Gate. So now that and then R-Truth, they're very entertaining people.
Absolutely.
Yo, Ruffle Shuffle.
Yeah.
More energy, more passion, more energy.
I was able to get that video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'll show y'all that right now.
Yo, was that Michael Cole holding the back?
That was Corey Graves.
So
that's where this picture comes from.
And then apparently Drew stormed out.
Is it Drew? Was it Drew?
Yeah, it was Drew that stormed out.
Fuck. They're going hard with the shoots. Look at this shit.
Landed his locker room door, threw a hoodie, and immediately left the All-State Arena.
Yo, this is intriguing.
I read
I enjoy this.
Now, still not Drew, the terms of their contract or whatever. And
exactly, he's still in negotiation, or they're not even in negotiation yet.
Right. So I'm wondering now he's feeling like, oh, Punk just took all my money.
Well, yeah, there goes my spot.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew
easier for Drew.
Drew was probably already feeling a certain way about Cody. Because, when during the pandemic era, Drew was that, I said this the other night on one of the shows, but Drew was that raw baby face, yay WWE, thanks for coming to the show, we're here to entertain you guy. Right. And as soon as Cody came back, that's been Cody. And he's like, okay, maybe I'll slot myself into, the other baby face, and then bam, Punk's back, like you said, there goes all my money.
Bam, Punk, bam, LA Knight, Seth's champion.
Maybe Drew will give Tony a call tonight.
Honestly, I think
one title shot and Wembley. You got it.
I wouldn't even be mad about it. I wouldn't even be upset about it, to be completely honest with you. I feel like Drew had a great run in WWE. He got to hold the title, for a while and all that good stuff. But it's more matchups for him in AEW right now. I feel like more exciting.
I don't have no interest in seeing a single WWE person. I don't care if it's John Cena. I genuinely don't care. I don't want to see any more. Don't edge with it. My glass is full. My glass is full. Please, no more.
Bro, it could be Tozawa leaving WWE and Tony
Khan. He's gonna
Tozawa. I'm dead.
First Tozawa's an awesome wrestler. You go back and watch some of Tozawa's Dragon Gate matches. But he shouldn't touch a single motherfucker. I don't care. Who it is.
I agree with you on that.
Please, no more. But yeah, that Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins thing happening at the same time got me feeling like they having fun with this work. This is awesome. To me, this is great. If that's what they're doing, great. If this is real, what the fuck are they doing?
Let's see if he shows up tomorrow. That's the thing. Let's see if Drew shows up tomorrow.
I'm here for it.
If you want to sell it,
all of this.
He don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's true.
Wait, what's tomorrow?
Monday.
Oh, sorry, Monday.
Wait,
is there actually something tomorrow?
No, yeah, I'm having fun with this. This is great.
No, this makes everything interesting. If we're like 9 weeks away from the Rumble.
Mixing up the pot, man. Stirring the pot, making it interesting. I'm here for every bit of it, to be honest with you.
I mean, I honestly think like Seth and Drew probably genuinely did find out in that moment. Whether or not they were pissed, they took the opportunity to show that, you know, am I pissed or am I not? Doesn't really matter. I'm going to portray that I'm pissed right now and just work through this because maybe they're like, this is fucking great. But, you know, the showman is saying like, man, I got to put something on, man. I got to make it look like I'm pissed and carry this somewhere, you know?
That would be awesome. If that was improv, if they came up with that shit because they knew to work that moment, that would have been that's incredible wrestling right there. That's wrestling. That's real wrestling.
You right there.
That's what I like to see, man. That's why I don't. That's good shit. I can't shit on it.
The other option is you see Punk come out after talking all this shit about him, you know, as Rollins anyway, right? You know, even if it was a work or not before, I still think he was working when he's talked a bunch of shit about Punk. But to see that happen in the moment, yeah, I mean, it's gonna click in your head. Like, I mean, you could either do that or just sit there. Like, what do you know what I mean? You could just fucking sit there and no sell it, but that would just be fucking weird. You gotta sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Triple H says WWE is where CM Punk belongs.
I agree.
I
agree with that. I agree. Tony Khan cannot control that motherfucker. You think somebody in TNA could?
His balls weren't big enough. I hate to say it, man. That was ultimately what happened.
Millions of dollars in his pocket.
WWE is more cutthroat than Tony. No offense. Like
Vince
he treats it as a business first.
Vince set a great precedent when it comes to business and the way you work business. Vince will work with a dude who cut his dick off. Vince will bring you back to the company and make money with you. Hulk Hogan snitched on him in court.
Yeah,
that's true. That did happen.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, not Jeff Jarrett, fucking Ultimate Warrior held him up for $10,000, $100,000. Like, brought him back, and then like Triple H, Macho Man
on live TV.
Triple H.
The WWE tagline should be, "If it makes money, it makes sense."
Yeah.
I mean, that's good business.
It's what's best for business.
Exactly.
It's good business at the end of the day. It's like I said, it's giving the fans what they want. For one, makes the fans happy. That makes them money. That puts asses in seats. That sells T-shirts. Gets people to turn to the USA on Monday nights.
You want to hear a little bit of cope? I'll give you a little bit of cope. They could say they could clip this one out, and they're gonna use it forever. It really like talking about it like this really makes me so sad. Like I'm genuinely sad that the Young Bucks and Kenny, well, not Kenny, because the report is Kenny was all right, but the fucking Young Bucks, I love the Young Bucks, but the fucking Young Bucks could not get it in them to be like, let's just work this fucking program. It's the fucking program. That would have been the biggest fucking thing AEW ever fucking did. That was their thing. It didn't come from WWE. It wasn't nothing. It would have been the biggest AEW original fucking storyline they ever fucking had. And the Bucks were like, no, because he hit me with a chair. Bro, you working a job where you get hit in the head with fucking chairs every fucking week. You tell me you can't get over this one?
Are you dead?
You ain't die?
In the words of Jerry Jarrett, personal issues draw money.
This shit is crazy.
And that was fucking hot. CMFTR against Elite. Yeah, that would have been huge.
That would have been money. That would have sold a shitload of pay-per-view.
Breaking my fucking heart.
And Punk versus Kenny. We could have had that.
How the fuck we got here? This motherfucker's at Survivor Series. How the fuck you let that happen, Tony? What the fuck?
He needs to be a boss. I'm sorry. He needs to be a boss.
Shit is
not
crazy.
Being a friend.
It seems like he wants to be more of a friend than a fucking boss.
Fuck these people. Like you need to...
a friend and a fan.
I feel like he was trying to make an example by firing Punk. Like
He
he's
should've
already
fired- he should
he
have
was
fired
too
both
far
Punk
gone.
and Jack.
It should have happened a
Fire
long
both
time
of them.
ago. Like there were plenty of people that probably should have fucking been fired, but it got to such a head because you got CM Punk now, who's if you're gonna let him walk over you, he's gonna walk over you. So that's exactly what ended up happening. And then now Khan's like fucking he has a point to prove. Like, I gotta get my locker room together. What do I do? I mean, the first thing you're gonna do is fire the guy who just fucking, made you feel for your life.
Should have fired him after the fucking press conference. How the fuck you let this get here? He's all the way in WWE. You could have fired him after the press conference and rehired him in fucking January. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. I cannot fucking believe that this motherfucker is at WWE Survivor Series, getting ready to be in the WWE Royal fucking Rumble. This is crazy to me. Like, this is
There's the core issue right there. That's all I was trying to get out of you.
That's crazy
This
to me.
all
I am
started
broken.
because of Colt fucking Cabana. Drama involving Colt.
Listen, I'm never gonna take away from what Colt Cabana did for professional wrestling by doing his fucking little podcast and showing the fucking world that he can make money without the WWE. All of a sudden, all these AEW things happen. Like if you went to go in the past and change Colt Cabana's position and make it so that he didn't do Art of Wrestling and so that pro wrestling teams never happened, there's no fucking AEW today. Right. Colt Cabana is not just some fucking jobber. Like the dude has a bit of relevance in pro wrestling history, whether people want to admit it or not. I understand that. Tony fucking Khan moved Colt Cabana probably without even asking CM Punk just to pacify this motherfucker. And
he has been on TV way before Punk got there.
The fucking TV shit don't even fucking matter. He was in the back. He was making motherfuckers happy. He was like a fucking fluffer. Like, they got the fluffer in porn. They keep your fucking dick hard. Colt Cabana was in the fucking back. Everybody was happy. It was great times, bro. This was... Oh, he moved Colt Cabana like he's friends with literally every fucking body. How could you move Colt Cabana at first CM Punk? I swear CM Punk probably didn't even ask. I do not blame CM Punk at all. Tony fucking Khan fucked this.
Punk's like, I don't care. Just don't talk to me. That's it. Like he can do what he wants.
Man, John, I'm just gonna tell you, it feels so refreshing to hear you just be honest. Like, be honest about what's pissing you off.
This is a deep-rooted hatred.
We had a pay-per-view, but this is more important.
Yeah.
Because it ended up CM Punk overshadowed the whole fucking thing.
I was making that mental note, like looking at the counter in the corner as we approach the 1 hour mark, and it's just like, okay, we've talked about CM Punk, the first match, and literally nothing else. Like that's all we've talked about in an hour. It's all CM Punk, but that is the sort of news generation that WWE knew was going to happen with this. Yeah. I mean,
that's the kind of person you lost, Tony Khan.
Thanks, Uncle Dave. If you're false reported.
Oh man,
damn, the guy never had a chance over there.
Y'all go ahead.
How do we feel about an AJ return?
I don't see that.
What are the odds on that?
I think she's just fine. Doesn't she have like physical issues, like back or neck?
Oh, we're talking about AJ Lee. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought you meant AJ Styles. I wasn't even thinking about AJ Lee.
No, sorry.
She could be a producer, but I don't see her on TV.
Yeah, I don't see her on TV.
Yeah, Matt, I think you're right. I thought she had some back issues or something.
Yeah, back or neck.
Because she was doing TV for someone last year, wasn't she?
Or Women's Wrestling, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless her
George Shiny
her health is deteriorated.
Yeah, but yeah, if she ever does come back, I see a backstage role.
Any chance CM Punk brings his real AEW title on TV?
Man, I'll personally find him and slap the shit out of him.
I don't think Triple H will let it.
No.
They wouldn't.
That's legally impossible. That's just.
He's not Eric Bischoff. Stop.
The day he spray painted that belt, I knew it. God fucking damn it. We should talk about the rest of this show.
We
I
should.
mean,
We should.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
hold
number
on,
two.
hold on. CJ, we did also talk about R-Truth returning. So there was one other thing we worked in there.
Oh, yes,
right?
very true.
Yeah.
Love to see R-Truth. And actually, before we move on to the rest of the show, I would love to see him get some sort of redemption against Grayson Waller. It was in that match in NXT that he was injured, and he's kind of gone back and forth with Waller on social media a few times since he's been recovering. So I would love to see a little bit of closure on that, especially if it gets him into work with. If he's working with Grayson Waller, then he's working with Austin Theory. If he's working with Austin Theory, then he's working with Kevin Owens and LA Knight right now. That gets him into this picture now where they're utilizing him more on television, which for this stage of R-Truth's life and career, you got to applaud the man for still being in a position to still do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I don't think I want to see Truth in the ring anymore. I'm not going to tune in the Raw because Truth has a match tonight. You know what I'm saying? But if I know he's got something going on backstage, a backstage segment, I know it's going to be hilarious. That's what I look for Truth. You know what I mean? So I don't really care to see him in the ring. I would like to see him with Grayson Waller to get some, a measure of revenge for putting him out or whatever. But I don't think it's a necessity for Truth to have matches.
Maybe
no, but still,
he's
his career in itself has been fantastic and historic, and it itself deserves a proper finale.
Yeah.
I'm not saying cinematic like The Undertaker, but something fitting for R-Truth and what his career has done for wrestling.
Mm-hmm. No, he's been with how long he's been with the company. I think they'll definitely take good care of him, whatever he does.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that boy gonna come out there and get a chance to sing "What's Up" one time, and then they're gonna send him off into the sunset until they're ready to call him for the Hall of Fame.
Let him sing "What's Up" at WrestleMania 40. Send him out. Let him go about his business.
AJ Lee versus Lena Vega. If AJ was healthy, yes.
Yeah. But all right, but so let's get into the next match on the card. There we had the IC title match. This was Gunther's 533rd day as Intercontinental Champion, taking on The Miz. And I think this match went how everyone expected it to go.
Pretty much. I mean, everybody went in expecting Gunther to just beat the shit out of The Miz,
which is what we got.
Pretty much.
And Miz outsmarted him a little bit.
Right. I'll say that we did have a good showing from The Miz, though. It's probably the best showing from The Miz in a long time, in my opinion. Because Miz was doing some shit I wanted to do, for one. And the promo they cut Monday sold that match for me.
Oh, yeah. The bullying promo was
easily
great.
said to me, God damn it, I have to see this match. This is what I'm looking forward to tonight. It actually had me thinking The Miz was going to take it.
Yeah, I was there with you, man, just a little bit.
So
I had that doubt in my head.
Mm-hmm. What I like
that
about
nut kick was insane. Gunther came about 4 inches off the mat from that kick.
What I like about this
Miz got a big pop though, so
the story he's telling, the I'll do whatever it takes. So even as a face, he's using heel tactics to try to beat him, and he's getting him over. The crowd is cheering him, kicking the man in the nuts. You know what I mean? So The Miz is great at what he does, and I fucking love The Miz, man.
Yeah,
nobody dials it up to 11 like Gunther. I mean, the finish in that match, the brutality, and not even just that, but the sudden shift into, okay, no, I've decided that we're done now, and just right down on that to make the Miz tap out immediately is
to a Boston crab.
That in itself is a decision. To be like, yep, let's go home. We're done. And to do that at Survivor Series after the showing that Miz had, it's really going to prop him up, I think, as a viable candidate for a rematch down the road.
It looks good. I mean, optics wise, it looked great. Miz looked great. I mean, I've never had anything against Miz. The guy can go, man, and he's a performer first and foremost. And I feel like his moveset has stepped up randomly. I don't know where that came from, but I mean, I'd like to see more. I mean, it was a good door opener for me for Miz.
Oh yeah.
Gunther is probably one of my favorites on the main roster right now because I did not expect him to have this much momentum, especially as Intercontinental Champion, and he's been great. He controls the match. I love how he could win different ways because he is the ring general. He can win with a lariat. He can win with a freaking chop. He may someone tap out with like a lion saber. He can do anything. He's calculated. He knows where to strike, when to strike the body part, and how to use a move to win. And he's a smart heel for that. And I like Gunther for that. So
I feel like in that match in particular, both guys did really good at the psychology part where they were working limbs. Like what was it? Fucking I don't remember what. Oh, I don't remember what he did. Oh no, he hit him with the fucking. He like stomped into fucking Miz's back or some shit before he put him in the fucking Boston Crab and then the Lion Tamer. I thought that was beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm. And Miz has not been a great babyface like when he tried it years ago, and now times change. Let's see how it goes because he got a big pop in Chicago when they thought he was going to win. So hopefully this new how he changes the gimmick up a little bit while acting kind of himself, but in a babyface fashion, it could work.
Well, to that point,
I mean, it crossed my mind. This question this guy just asked, it crossed my mind, but no. I mean, I don't think so. He's got a long fucking career, you know. I feel like this is more just like a resurgence, and I feel like the guy he's feeling like a second wind, you know. And I'd like to see where he's going.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. His best match is still Dolph Ziggler, the Backlash.
Bingo. I was just going to say that. I swear I was going to say that. Easily Miz's best match.
And wherever that Fatal 4-Way was with Cesaro, Sammy, and who was the other guy? Was it Kevin or someone else in 2016? The Backlash.
WrestleMania.
Where you defended Kevin Owens? Yeah, it was. Yeah, Kevin, Sammy, and Cesaro. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember that. Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
I hope. I hope. I feel like what WrestleMania? You said this was at WrestleMania?
No. I said Backlash.
Oh, Backlash.
Yeah, the month after
okay.
when
I was thinking it was WrestleMania.
No, it was Backlash.
This is hilarious. Forbes had an article ready.
Forbes.
I lost myself, but I found myself, and I am alive. Forbes had an article ready to go saying that CM Punk did not return to WWE despite weeks of rumors that the polarizing star could return in the promotion. And they posted it by accident.
Swerve everybody.
Make sure you're getting
the Matt Riddle commented on it. Hey, WWE, you thought I was hard to deal with. Have fun with 0-2 CM Punk.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun reactions to the CM Punk.
This is amazing.
It's really hard to move on.
Even Kenta commented, I wish he creates another finisher, and I'm going to steal his move as my new finisher.
That's great. He's never going to let that go.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Sorry, Kenta got to let you go, bro.
Private River, seriously, move on.
You know what? I was actually looking forward to this match tonight too. Santos and Dragon Lee.
Yes.
I love Evil Santos. Santos is goated. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I love it. And Dragon Lee is easily like the fastest rising star on SmackDown right now. What did he come to the company? What, in April to come to NXT? Yeah. And he's already got a match on one of the top 4 pay-per-views or the big 4. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It wasn't as exciting as I expected it to be.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. It was a solid match.
It was solid.
A solid showing.
Did you guys see Santos Escobar's promo that he cut on the pre-show?
The look in my eyes type of thing?
Like it was he cut a hell of a promo on the pre-show. I was a little disappointed that his promo wasn't on the main show because I felt like more people should have seen it.
Right.
Like he was doing some really good character work with it.
Yeah. His last couple promos, the last couple weeks of SmackDown have been great too.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with heel Santos, and plus he got the Legado del Fantasma music back, so
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
But I'm glad Santos is on his own. No Joaquin, no Cruz, just him. And like he's grown from a cruiserweight to this. Like he bulked up, he's more confident, especially when he speaks, his presence. And Dragon Lee, yeah, he's been very impressive on the main roster. Like believe his first main roster fame was against Dominic, and the fans reacted to him then, where Nick Aldis produced it. I know people want him in AEW, but let's be fair. His AEW debut was a random 6-man tag, got his ass kicked, and after the match, ripped his mask off, and they never brought him back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that I would go, why would I sign with you if you did that? Like, and there was no follow-up to, am I going to get revenge on Roosh and Dralistico? No, there's nothing. That was it. God, thank you. I'll see you on Rampage or maybe ROH. But I'm glad they're giving Dragon Lee a chance. I'm glad that they're actually promoting him for people that don't know him. They know who he is. That's how it is. When you bring someone new, promote him. That is your job as a promoter. Yeah, we could Google, but you are promoting them. You are bringing them in. Get accomplishments. Get where they came from, their background. It takes 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes to talk about the guys. But we know you know him, but there's still people that don't know him. There's a bigger audience. There's on TV. I'm not saying it's an insult. Independent shows where it's like an inside joke. It's a wider audience on national TV, whether it is WWE or AEW. There are people that don't know, and it's your job to showcase them. Why should we tune in?
Yeah.
And
I'll be honest with you. I've heard the name before, but I've never seen him wrestle before he joined NXT. And like seeing him wrestle and seeing how they're building him up, and I love his entrance too with the wings and the Mortal Kombat X-ray. It's fucking fire. It got me invested in him that fast.
Yeah, is he gonna be a main eventer? No, that's fine. Not everyone is, but he's solid mid Carter. Great, fans like him. He's very athletic. And it's a different environment. There's nothing wrong with a different environment. There's nothing, because in wrestling, you're always going to adapt. You're always going to learn things. If you're going to think you're not going to learn anything, you're in the wrong business, no matter where you go. And that's why we have stuff like Performance Center. And even if you do get fired, guess what? You don't come empty-handed. You learn shit. You learn, like TV ready, work a different style if you get injured. There's all these different things.
Right.
And I wish fans saw that. Like, no one goes away. You're always learning. There's nothing wrong with that. Whether it's an American style or a different style, like, it's important in wrestling. You learn things. You grow. That's how you enhance your craft, no matter where you are. And right now, Dragon Lee, he's been doing that in April, and he shows that he can adapt really well.
Right.
Sorry, I had to get that out there.
I before we move on to the next match, I just want to see what y'all thought about this.
Fire, dropping bombs on the ass, fam. Bro, yo, man.
Okay, and to be fair, their developmental system is leaps and bounds over everyone.
Yeah,
so
they're
very much making these comments from their ivory tower. So, like,
as he should go.
Nothing. Yeah, but I mean, it's an unnecessary shot. It's punching down.
I think that he is trying to defend the fact that they paid a really lot of money for Jade, and then they found out that she was being made to look a lot better than she was.
Oh no, we're not doing that, John, are we?
No, I mean, she was great. She was developing fucking great. She was having these fucking matches with people and developing at a great pace, and she was ready for what they could. She was ready for anything AEW would have given her. But when you come to WWE, they have all these fucking rules and all these little boxes you have to fit in. She wasn't trained in WWE's developmental system. She's not trained to be a WWE wrestler. She barely trained to be a fucking wrestler. It's been like 3 years.
I just don't understand what you're saying in terms of. So, I don't know. Are you saying she's bad?
No, what the hell?
No. Oh no, she
What?
was green, but she was just booked in the back corner, like. With how
She's
the undefeated
green.
streak-
She's fucking green. She's 3 years in. Like, she's great for 3 years in. But she look at the people she got to train with, fucking Bryan Danielson and shit. She's great for being 3 years in. But when you come to WWE, they're looking for different things than AEW is looking for out of her. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Like she didn't
Like-
fit the AEW mold of what they look for.
I think if she had been like 5 years in the business, she could have adapted to WWE style on just like that. She'd have been ready for fucking Survivor Series. But she still wasn't there yet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she was bad. Of course not. I love fucking Jade. I still love Jade.
I
Thank
love her
you.
confidence.
I just
She
wanted
has
to
some,
get
like,
you
the
to
best
say that on
confidence.
air. Thank you.
Never. I'm never gonna disrespect
I
the
just wanted to
queen,
make a sound bite. You're saying,
especially
"I love
on
Jade."
air.
That's my soundbite for the evening.
I just want to know what y'all thought about this Triple H comment because I thought that was interesting. Dan, did you get a chance to speak?
I really don't know AEW's developmental system is. So I really
This
can't.
picture out of here.
I thought that this picture would attract attention for a few seconds. It was a tactic. I was
like
trying.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
how it be.
I don't know how the Nightmare Factory operates. I really can't comment on what they do there.
Their
Like, how you
developmental
probably
system lately just seems to be phoning in guys that are big in Japan that appeal to their fan base and bringing that in. Is that their development plan?
I don't know. Like I love the Japan style, but half the time it doesn't adapt well to the US.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're in that audience, but like in a wider thing, it's weird. I don't know what it is. Like it feels a little more
It's a discipline difference is what it is.
that it feels a little more phony. It gets drawn out.
You're not in a freaking dojo. Like you're not in a dojo system in America. You're like in
That's what I'm
Japan, you have the dojo system where you have to commit yourself and your
Right.
body and your mind and your spirit to that. You live in that. Over here,
Yeah.
you do training for 5 hours, you go home.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you go out there, you talk some shit, you fight, you look great doing it, get the fuck out of here.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
All right.
but no, again, I don't know what it is. It just adapts so weird in the States with I love the Japan style too, though. But for some reason, I don't feel the energy
Mhm.
of when they do it.
I just thought that was a great thing to bring up before we had our women's championship match tonight because I thought that
Oh.
match was a little short.
It was a little
long.
it was a little short. I gotta say, I like Zoe Stark a lot, but she looked a little rougher in this match than she's looked in most of her other matches.
I think she was nervous because it's a
Yeah.
big title match for her.
Which matches are you referring to specifically? Because I struggle to think of a match that I was like, yeah, man, that's Zoe Stark. She killed that shit.
Well,
She's growing. That's the thing.
yeah,
She's growing.
yeah, she's improved, but I'm not saying
She-
like she's not like the best of the best in there, but she has definitely improved since she came into NXT.
I mean,
But I think
Do you?
she looked pretty green tonight.
as far as me being a person that I really haven't followed Zoe Stark much at all, but from what I saw tonight, she looked pretty smooth. A lot of the shit she did looked pretty smooth. It was just a short fucking match. It never got going. So Rhea picked up the obvious win, but like it was, it never got going.
Well, I would say, like they said, Zoe did improve a lot, but did she improve to the point to have a women's title match on one of the big 4 pay-per-views? No, not at all. I don't think so. I don't
I
think
was shocked she got the shot.
Huh?
Yeah,
I was shocked she got the shot.
That's facts.
I think
I was
I
surprised
think
she won
Triple
it,
H
but I
was
think-
trying something.
I think it was to test her to see how she does.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a test. Like trying something, and you got this spot here. It's gonna be 3 minutes. Let's see how you do. Anybody else in that 3-minute spot might have actually really hurt them. So
Yeah.
Well,
Zoe,
to be fair, the match was 9 minutes.
no, okay, yeah, for sure. Like I didn't actually look it up. Thank you for that because I should have. They're gonna shit
Yeah,
all over
9
me
minutes,
for that.
15 seconds. Yeah.
Maybe somebody can help me. What the fuck was she trying to do off the top rope with Rhea?
I have no idea. I was trying to
point
figure
in
that
the
out too.
I was like, yeah, what just happened? Who got hurt? Like who was on the offense there?
Was he trying to do Whisper in the Wind, or?
I don't know, but I was like, what just happened? And they just stood there awkwardly for a second looking at each other.
I'll find out on Botchamania.
Slow down the pace a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys think that Zoe got out of the teaming with Trish Stratus what she should have gotten out of that? Like, do you feel that put her in a better position than she would have been without having done that story?
Well, it's the rub from a legend. I get it. I do get that. But did it help her career? I don't think it did.
I feel like they did it without a concrete plan after.
Okay.
So
I feel like it didn't help her, but it didn't hurt her either. It just did nothing.
No,
Like,
they didn't know what to do after. Like, oh shit, what now? What?
following that same line of thought, I guess, back further one step, do you think she got taken out of NXT too soon?
Yes.
Yes.
I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't be brought up to the main roster to develop. That's just my thing. Like, you guys were talking about she developed, and I was like, well, damn, you shouldn't be developing on TV. Like, you should get that development on NXT. You get that hot run down there. You get some buzz, and then
I felt this.
Well, and
I felt the same way about Baron Corbin when they brought him up. I thought it was way too soon. And I think he had to develop on the main roster more than he should have. And I think that's why he had so many missteps and misfires. But yeah, Zoe probably got brought up too quickly. But sorry, CJ.
He never recovered after John Cena.
Well,
Corbin.
To Zoe's.
Go ahead.
To Zoe Stark's credit, she's only missing one or two, like, not major things. Like, there are still things that she needs to properly develop, but not anything that I think needs her to go back to NXT. I think it's something that I think they were hoping just putting her in the deep end and seeing if she'll sink or swim. I think it worked for Grayson Waller. Definitely with throwing him in the deep end on SmackDown.
Worked for Dominic.
Figure, hey,
well, you know what?
Yeah,
The
Dominic definitely did.
The thing about Zoe, though, is like Grayson Waller, Dominic, they have this factor that can make people care about what they're doing. So I don't think Zoe has that. Like, Zoe's pretty good in the ring, in my opinion. She's good in the ring, but why do I care about Zoe? Why do I care about her character? Why do I care about what she's doing next? You know what I mean?
Why should I buy a ticket to see you? Why?
Bingo.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but I mean, at the same time, people felt the exact same way about Dominic. Like, I didn't give a fuck about Dominic
when
back
he
then.
did that prison shit, when he
that was
had
personal.
a hard time when he spent that day in prison. That's what made me care. I was like,
yeah,
this motherfucker is tripping. He's funny.
And then
that whole just showing up and beating up his father on holidays was fucking hilarious.
This guy's a fucking minute.
He just, every time he saw him, he just beat
Mommy, I can't handle prison, mommy.
And then he played it off so well. And then, as you mentioned, he goes to jail, and just him in that cop car was fucking funny. He goes, when he said, "I'm not gonna last the day there, mommy, help." That shit was great. So I mean, you never know, man. You put someone in a situation like you bring Zoe Stark on, whatever. She's already fucking here, right? So what do you do now? Just see what you can make her fucking run with. If she runs with it, great. If not, well, fuck, back to NXT you go, I guess.
Right.
I mean, to be honest with you, it was the same way with Becky Lynch. Like, at first, when Becky Lynch was doing the steampunk thing, not as many people cared about her. Right. Then when she became like the man, that actually was it a Survivor Series?
Before Survivor Series, when they did the SmackDown
when Nia Jax broke her nose.
Yeah, when she had the bloody face. That's when.
That was the SmackDown heading into Survivor Series,
right?
Or the week before, one of the two.
No, it was. I think it was Raw. It was Raw heading into Survivor Series.
It was one of them. But what I'm saying is, Punk Becky, she had fans. Everybody's like, okay, cool, yeah, we like Becky Lynch, but it's still kind of hard to care about her. It was then anyway, for me anyway.
Right.
But then when she became the man and was tough as shit, she's bleeding down the face like the Stone Cold picture and all that. It was like, okay, I like her. I see something.
Yeah. I mean, that was everybody, yeah, for sure. I mean, even before that, I was a Becky fan, but like when that happened, obviously, that changed the trajectory of her entire career. You know what I mean?
Like she's a star. There you go.
Maybe
that was a star-making moment.
Maybe Zoe will have that moment one day. Maybe.
Yeah, does not
the LA Knight making moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
still kudos to LA Knight for real.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit I shed a single tear when he debuted on SmackDown and said he was Max Dupree, and I went, why did they take this absolute proven tested money making gimmick and take it away? I was in the crowd when they came for SmackDown. I
The
can't
Macho Man models.
remember what. Well, it was the week that Max pushed one of them
Mansoir.
down, and like I think that was like the final week that he was Max Dupree before he came back to being LA Knight.
Yeah.
And I was a huge fan of his in NXT, so getting to see him get to this position where he is now on the main roster, big ups to him. I wanted to kind of bring this up because I was talking about it on the Rewind show yesterday. The match with LA Knight and Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. None of these guys are on the big pay-per-view. Kevin Owens is still one of the hottest names right now, still still kind of riding that wave of success that he had with Sami Zayn. You had LA Knight, who main evented Crown Jewel a month ago, and you don't have him on your big pay-per-view event. You have Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, two young stars that you're trying to cultivate and grow into main eventers, and you give them a tag team match the night before on SmackDown in order to give people a reason to watch SmackDown, sure, but it feels like it's a sorry we couldn't get you on the big card consolation.
Right.
Does the company still have a star-making problem under Triple H?
Fuck no.
I don't think so. Not at all. Not at all.
The
I mean,
first time.
right
Well,
now,
not
like,
to the degree that there was a star-making problem under Vince. But I mean, if you're trying to still build these talents and give them the opportunity to main event, and then you bring in CM Punk, what?
bringing CM Punk in is just going to bring more eyes to the product overall, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, sure. I'm not
the people that work
denying.
with them now they can see if they can match up to someone like Punk, like Austin Theory or a Grayson Waller.
In which
I'm not denying that at all. I just want to make the point that I think the focus should be on getting these younger guys working with the veteran talent instead of consolidating them all for the main event.
See, I gotta disagree with that one. I usually don't pull out the disagree card, but I'm gonna pull it out on this one. Somebody like Austin Theory. Think about it. He was literally getting the John Cena, Roman Reigns treatment from Vince.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
He got John Cena. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
And no one cared. That was the problem.
Nobody cared. Nobody still cares. It's he just can't. I think it's just him that can't get over it. Certain people can't get over it.
I think
Like,
it's because the fact that Vince endorsed Fury is what made people sour on him.
Exactly. But
and
my thing, like tonight, okay, like you said, there could have been Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Kevin Owens, LA Knight on the pay-per-view, which why they wouldn't have LA Knight, one of their biggest guys, not on the pay-per-view. I understand that completely. But as far as Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, I'd rather put somebody like, all right, we're trying something new with Santos now.
Right.
We want to get Dragon Lee over. So I would have put that match on the pay-per-view before putting, because we've had plenty of Grayson Waller matches on pay-per-views, plenty of Austin Theories on pay-per-views. But now let's see what these other guys can do.
Right.
Right.
oh, sure, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying these guys specifically, but like Austin Theory, I'm not really invested in. Grayson Waller, I think, is still one of the rising stars, but
I think he's going to be
guys like LA Knight should have absolutely been on the card. Guys like Kevin Owens,
at least for a promo or something backstage.
Yeah.
Something.
Other than a Slim Jim commercial.
Boom.
Yeah. Bringing in the New Day for the same thing. All they did was drive down a car, shake their hips, and show off some Slim
no
Jims.
biggie.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I really thought for some reason they were going to have Big E in the back seat.
Yeah.
If they weren't wrestling, there's no reason Big E couldn't have been there, I feel like.
Yeah.
True.
But no. Anyway, let's get to.
We going to the main event.
Going into this main event
Oh,
to give the company, like, I want to give the WWE some real props because this is the hottest they've been since. Fuck, like, I don't know. I don't even want
Since Roman Reigns being champion, baby.
They are cooking right now.
It's not that. You see, Roman Roman did what a top guy should do. Roman led the charge. Roman, he walked through the waters. He opened the fucking sea, and then all the other stars walked through behind him. Like, I set this fucking table.
Moses Reigns, let's get it.
It's real. It's real. And people get mad because he's not on TV and shit. But no, he don't gotta be no more. He literally set the table. He set it all up. And now look at there's like 6 or 7 different WWE guys who could be world champion right now. And everybody wants their guy to be world champion. I want fucking Cody, and I want Sammy, and I want Jay. And I mean, Romans beat all their ass too. In a way, it reminds me, people are not gonna like this. In a way, it reminds me of Okada's reign when he was on his God run, the 720-day run. He was beating the shit out of guys, but these guys, they weren't. A lot of them weren't looking like shit afterwards. You know, it was like they still had their fans. People still wanted to see them win the title. Like
it makes it a big deal. That's why, like, oh, he doesn't defend him much. Like, he should be defending against the bigger names. You don't want him to fight a random mid-card guy just to fill a quota on defend the belt. He is that big attraction now. You want the bigger matches. You just don't want random ones. And
you also don't want him to be beating all the top guys either. Like, you want them to look like stars, right?
As a fan, especially with being clean, because he cheats. Yeah, because they know he was gonna lose. A heel like that, he's afraid that he doesn't want to lose his title. Win it any means necessary, and he helps the fan. The family gets over with him, and when they help him out, like Solo, and when the Usos were with him.
That was a point I was gonna bring up earlier. I mean, just look at Jay now, bro. Jay is he's a rock star now, bro. I mean, you know how fucking hard that is to overcome? Hold on. You know how hard that is to overcome being the twin in a tag team? That shit couldn't have been fucking easy, bro. This man is now his own man, standing on his own too, bro. Like, and it's crazy to see, man. I just wanted to point that out. Shout out to Jey Uso, man, for sure.
Yeah, and hell, look at Solo.
Solo for sure.
Solo's gonna be huge. He's gonna be that nail in Roman's coffin when Bloodline's done for good.
My thing right now, as far as Jey Uso goes, though, if all of this leaving SmackDown going to Raw doesn't lead to him versus Jimmy at Mania, it's a missed opportunity.
Nah, but you know that's what's happening.
It's definitely happening.
It better.
Oh yeah.
But then they can hug that shit out afterwards and then go for the tag titles the next night or some shit.
No, it'll be a long while. Probably whenever Roman gets dethroned, they'll probably eventually get back together.
Right, yeah.
So at WrestleMania,
both doing their own thing, man. It's really cool to see that shit, man. I never thought that would happen for real. And even Jimmy, like, he grown into his own thing. He's great, dude. You know, just to watch them both get to fucking finally be away from each other for a while. You know what I mean? Standing on their own too. It's cool to see, man. They're both really entertaining guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like, say what you will about Roman, but he helped his family. He
did.
Helps a lot of people. Like, there's that presence. Like, you saw that SmackDown, just him just being there.
Right.
Like, you don't want to see, but you want to see Roman.
I just want to. No, go ahead, brother. I was going to take us to the War Games. You go ahead and finish us
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
Well, the last thing on this situation, just that first match between Roman and Jay, when Jimmy had to come in and save him and all that, that was incredible storytelling, and that right there set Jay up as one of the top guys, right there when he became main event Jay Uso.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it was beautiful. It was cinema, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, especially Roman's emotions during it. Like he's like crying, like I'm sorry, what have I done?
They both did amazing in that.
Look what you made me do.
I mean, the whole saga following that. I mean, everything leading up to it, everything after it. I mean, through the Sami Zayn shit. I mean, that should have been where the cutoff mark was. But like that whole saga was just like it was beautiful to watch, man.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say about this War Games match. I'm going to say it, and maybe y'all agree, or maybe you don't. But this fucking thing was nothing compared to that women's match. Like, not just in the way that, not just in the wrestling, like the action and stuff. That women's match told the story.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the shit out of each other. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This match was a little bit of a spot fest, a little bit of a nothing thing. Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
We knew what we wanted, so
yeah, and I feel like Randy Orton's return was a large part of that. Fans have been waiting 500 plus days to cheer for the classic Randy Orton spots. So you had to make sure that, and I even called it heading into the women's War Games match. I had tweeted out like Randy Orton isn't going to be seen until his music hits once the timer counts down, and like he'll be the last man in the ring, of course. Right. Yeah. So it's like you're building to this moment, and I lost the thread. Anyways,
I felt it was coherent. I never lost itself.
Okay.
I just thought it felt like filler until Orton got here. It felt like
it did.
We could have done a little bit more.
Yeah. Everybody was anticipating the end. What was going to happen?
Yeah.
That overshadowed the match.
Was it going to be Punk? Was it going to be Orton?
Exactly.
But, and that's the thing. Like to be honest with you, the match wasn't. It's not like it was terrible, but they could have done everything under the sun to each other in that ring. The fans were just more concerned about who's coming out, when's
right.
Yep. But here's the thing: you could have done everything under the sun, and the match would have been a lot fucking better. But the thing is, you gave up before you fucking booked that match. You were like, fuck, we already know what's gonna happen, so we might as well just phone it in. That's what really happened. You know what I mean?
That's
you were just
really,
like,
Randy Orton coming out like it was literally just fan service. It was my power slam, my DDT, my RKO.
Yeah, all my hot spots.
That's the thing, and
either way they knew that a big return was gonna happen, and it's gonna overshadow the match, and they were probably like, they were just going through the motions on it. That's what it felt like to me.
It felt like Triple H saying, "I'm gonna give them what they want, then I'm gonna give them some shit they don't expect."
Yeah.
Yep. And then you know what? That's funny because I called that in a conversation earlier with John. I was like, if I were booking this and I knew CM Punk was returning at some point, and I knew Randy Orton were returning at some point, and then I knew that people were hype about it, I'm just gonna fucking book them both because there's no way out of this otherwise. There really isn't. Because if you just have Randy coming in, I mean, it's gonna seem underwhelming. Even though we were all anticipating Randy coming back, there's no doubt about that. But it's just like it would seem underwhelming. You're in Chicago. There's all this hype surrounding this shit. If you know you got them both locked in, there's no way in hell you should just not debut them both again. Yeah.
Sometimes you can have your cake and eat it too. As it would
be.
This is what happened tonight for sure.
But Orton looked great though. He got
jacked, he looked he was way bigger than he was last time he was on.
Like, holy shit.
Kudos to that crowd that was entirely willing to accept Randy Orton.
Yeah, they're chanting for Randy.
Pop was crazy.
Yeah.
That pop was crazy.
I don't know.
And that's kind of like what I was talking about. They've been waiting a year and a half. That's a lot of pent up energy to be like,
he's still a big star. So
I'll say I like the semi swerve too when the Judgment Day when Rhea's music came out. She brought
yes,
that was great. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So Randy Orton's not coming out?
No, it could be like, so
Yeah,
what
that
happens
was
to the match? Is it a world title match and that's it? No war games? And then,
Right.
we go back, and then we go back to war games?
Yeah, it was good for creating that lull, that quick moment of just disappointment. You know what I mean?
Right. That was a great job. They played that very well.
Even though you love Rhea, you're just like, why the fuck are you here right now?
Right.
Right.
Also, I want to give props to JD McDonough for
Yes.
very good. He took the
Mhm.
RKO very fucking well. So
That motherfucker is a maniac. for
I
taking the
expect
type of bumps he takes.
I had no confidence in him on main roster, but I'm glad I'm wrong. Like I'm glad he's fits in with Judgment Day. He got a main event at PLE, the Big Four. It is a War Games match, but he can add that to his fucking resume.
Right.
And he's a good worker. He's definitely a good worker. So and he fits the role well, and he's like Dom. He just takes the moves and they get a big pop.
So the last thing that happened on the show obviously was the CM Punk thing, which we went into a lot of
Yeah,
detail.
go back an hour and a half. You'll hear something.
Right?
About it.
You'll hear us
Yeah.
talking about that.
Everything on that.
I saw
I'm
something
glad
that
you got back to the subject on these matches and shit, because man,
I
So-
saw something that bothered me that went viral about the CM Punk thing while the show was going on, and I wanted to see what y'all thought about it because it was an
What?
interesting subject.
Oh,
Not just CM Punk related, but it has something to do with the guy. I got the quote here from Twitter account at Garrett Kidney. Posted this. It went a little viral. One of the big reasons AEW restoring the feeling is going to be so hard is the two foundational parts of that feeling in the first place. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes now work for their competitor.
that's a weird take.
I thought,
Very strange take.
well, hold the fuck up. Like,
Who
at
said
one point, oh my God, my audio is all fucked up. Okay. At one point, CM Punk, at one point, Cody Rhodes was a foundational piece of AEW. Like, we've been there. We done that. We went through that. The company went through what it went through. Like, that happened already. It's not going to be further hurt. This CM Punk joined the company at its fucking hottest. Like,
Right.
what are you fucking talking
He's
about?
not a pillar.
Okay.
Like,
I think what they're kind of comparing is, so we're talking about the foundation of AEW. So AEW, one layer of foundation is, pre CM Punk. And then when they bring in CM Punk, that is the next level of their foundation, if that kind of makes sense.
Right.
I think maybe if I can try to understand, maybe they're not fucking crazy. Maybe what they're trying to say is that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes were two guys who left WWE, and AEW was like a place where people who got shitted on by WWE went to restore their fucking
And
passion.
I blame AEW for making people feel like that, because AEW should have been building their stars instead of bringing other people we already know in. There's no reason. Like, okay, I love Edge. I love everything Edge did for wrestling. But who the fuck cares? I mean,
Is it necessary? Yeah.
when he announced he was coming to AEW, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I mean, I didn't lose my shit like I lost my shit tonight with CM Punk coming back. You know what I mean?
Like, oh yeah, I was like, oh yeah, maybe like a short one year thing, do the thing. Of course, oh, it's a multi-year. Like, oh, what the fuck? It's just
right. Like, I mean,
I don't know if I was disappointed or anything, but it was just like, I don't know, man. It just didn't have the same hype for sure. I hear what you're saying on, just not feeling it as much. I mean, either way, I'm excited. Hey, by the way, that brings me to a point. I'm sorry to go off subject, but the Edge and Christian match, I've been wanting to ask somebody that. Was that on Dynamite? Is that happening on Dynamite?
December 6th is a Dynamite. Yes,
That's
sir.
Dynamite.
I feel like it's
Yes,
gonna be
I don't
like
like
a shady win.
I don't like. Okay, I mean, I don't know what I can expect from that, man. I'm just
I
It's,
would give that away for free.
They needed that. They needed that drop
man, dude.
because they do this thing where they prioritize the town as well as like sometimes over the TV. So right now they did that match for Montreal to get that building packed, and the rating will pop, hopefully. And if not, they filled the building and they got their money, and it looks like that's what that's about. But I just wanted to address this tweet from Garrett Kidney because I thought it was interesting, and I think like you nailed it when you said that AEW made people feel that way because they did.
They did.
They fucking had Hangman Page for 2.5 years. They built Hangman Page as the main character of AEW and then fucking swept him to the side for CM Punk.
Made no sense.
And I thought I gave it a chance. I was like, okay, well, they'll put Hangman in the second slot, and he'll still be a top baby face, so it won't be a problem. You got more now.
And they went to Mox.
They were like the other ex-WWE guy. Well, first credit, I'm not taking none away from what Mox did.
But it's still Mox, but yes.
But it is what it is. I mean, that's pretty much what we have, though, unless because we all night, like, there's gonna be updates about this CM Punk thing all night. Like, I can drop shit here all night. Fightful just dropped a long ass article about all these things.
Oh no, Seth got to fight with CM Punk in the locker room. Oh no, Larry bit him.
That would be incredible, actually.
Ace Steele's what it is.
They're just parodying AEW at this point with the fake walkout. And like this is the backstage news is like a parody to the CM Punk stuff that happened.
What if it is all a work?
It has to be. It is. It 100% is. I feel it in my.
No, it's gonna be like, see, this is what happens when you have an issue. You make an angle out of it. That's probably what it is.
I hate to say it, but it's like this is WWE. Like that's not fucking. That's not gonna happen here. All this walkout. He got mad and he walked out the building. That's not happening in WWE. Like CM, you know who was the last person to do that? Sasha. But before that,
Sasha
CM Punk.
Naomi, yeah.
It happens. Pac did too.
Pac was a funny thing. I forgot he left. I forgot he walked out, and they were like, "We're not
because he didn't want to lose Enzo on TV.
Yeah, he didn't want to lose to Enzo on TV."
So we'll have Kalisto go there and beat him.
I respect it. Do y'all have anything you want to plug before we get on out of here?
Me? I need y'all to do me a favor. I need to run my Facebook page up. I'm trying to get at least 10,000 followers on my Facebook page. I'm at 7,000 right now. So, yeah. The Danny Ocean Show is my Facebook page. Run it up for me, please. A lot of video game streams. I got a lot of concerts and comedy shows coming up. I'll be doing live streams from those as well. And I'm going to talk a lot of wrestling shit.
Follow me on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. I also have a cosplay page on Instagram. Visit Evergarden_cosplay. In 2024, I will actually be doing skits in my cosplays for my characters. And I also have another podcast called Talk to Keiki, which is a weekly anime podcast. So follow that at Talk to Keiki, where me and my friend Ethan just review the weekly episodes that air every season. I also have a side show called Keiki Shop, where we can talk about whatever you want, wrestling, shows, anything in general. I do accept guests for that. If you want to be a guest, come message me. We will talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, those are my plugs for me.
Yeah, I mean, what else? You watch every single freaking Dirty Radio post show you want. Damn it, all of them.
Yeah.
Watch them on demand if you can't watch them live. That's the good thing about archive technology. It'll just be there.
Absolutely.
You can listen to it on the drive to work. Check out all the Dirty Radio. Check out the Dirty Radio flagship, which just made its way onto video, as well as everybody else's shows that they're on. I don't have the list in front of me. I should keep it in front of me to list them out. But obviously, after Monday Night Raw, after Tuesday Night NXT, after Dynamite, after Friday Night SmackDown, and usually after Collision, I didn't know how actually to do. I was like, I don't know how to do more than one stream, or if we should, or do them both at the same time. Right. I went with the pay-per-view. But don't blame me.
Well, I mean, with the Punk return, I feel like that was the
it was the right
big thing.
The better
decision. Welcome back to the GOAT.
Yeah,
I'll say this:
that motherfucker.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Monday Night Raw. I mean, I always am anyway, but I'm doubly excited to be here to break it down after the show Monday night.
You're a saint, bro, for saying that you're always excited for Raw, man. Honestly, this is the first time I said it earlier. This is the first time in like a decade I've said those words out loud. I'm so excited for Monday Night Raw.
It's been good.
That's some like Russian sleeper agents activation code phrase.
I think
I'm so excited for Raw. Then just fucking, you're just a mega CM Punk fan now.
I am excited for Raw every week. I mean, lately for a while now, the 3 hours go. I still wish it was 2. I'd much rather Raw be 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's my
but
thing.
It goes better than it did.
That's why I can't watch it because it's 3 hours.
But it's way too long.
It's got the filler. It's not even that's 3 hours. It's like why is it 3 hours and so much fucking filler, so much shit that doesn't matter? That's my thing. Like there's definitely like the thing about WWE always was though that it was like good stuff and then a fuck ton of filler. It's like there's more good stuff now, but there's still so much space.
You can't make 3 hours of TV entertaining.
You can. I swear you can. You just have to give some fucking effort.
No, it's hard though. I mean,
it is hard. But
and doing that every
don't they get paid?
week.
Like, how much do they get fucking paid to make TV entertaining?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well,
I feel like
people like Ruffles and Slim Jim, they probably get paid a lot.
Exactly. I'm saying they're not crisp, they're chips, they're Ruffles. Fuck you. I hate you.
Hey, but we got to
You're very edible.
Nah, but that LA Knight Slim Jim commercial was kind of dope though. I'm not gonna lie.
In the meat mobile?
Yeah, it was badass, man.
But now he was already getting comparisons to The Rock and Stone Cold. Now we're getting comparisons to Macho Man on his way.
He's just a throwback, bro.
That's his gimmick. He's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean that's us, man. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you come back for the next one.
Yeah. I had a great time finally being here.
It was a blast. Like I said, I'll see you guys Monday night out there in streaming land breaking down Raw. We'll see what happens with Punk. It's going to be a wild ride here for a little bit.
The next time I'll be seeing y'all's pay-per-view December 9th, NXT Deadline, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will be here.
I will be here sometime because I know I'm going back to the island on Thursday. So
enjoy that
for the weekend. Yeah, visit my mom's grave and all that shit. So
no. Don't enjoy that. I'm sorry.
Well, no. Well, it's been a few months, but they finally buried her, so I want to go see it, say hi, and all that shit.
Danny, you all right, bro? All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Have a good night.
Whatever the fuck I feel like it.
He'll be back whenever the fuck. I'll be back. Actually, I genuinely don't know, but I try.
We come back when we come back.
I try just to do production, but sometimes something happens. I want to jump on and talk shit with everybody. I hope y'all don't hate me for that.
Oh, you're good.
Because you've given us the opportunity to be here. So no,
don't do it like that, man. Don't do that. Don't. I'm just saying, if you're like, fuck this guy, he keeps jumping on. He said I was gonna be on the thing. Then let me know, and I won't do it anymore. I just
let me know, and I'll come in and I'll bully him out of here.
You see?
Like Luther to the Miz.
I'll definitely be back though, and we'll see y'all guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
We got me and Tyler on NXT this coming Tuesday, the rewind for NXT, and then I will be with the SmackDown crew reviewing this coming Friday.
Awesome. We'll try to get that on. I don't know what happened last week. They did a SmackDown thing, but nobody saw it because it didn't stream to Facebook. So I'm sorry about that. You got to watch it on YouTube. You got to go on demand and watch it on YouTube.
We were live on X too, weren't we?
Live on X and YouTube, but something happened with the Facebook and it didn't connect. So check that out if you missed it. It's on YouTube. But we'll see y'all.
All right, take care.
Have a good night, guys.
All right.
Peace.